Look. Yeah.
Who y'all think is like the hottest team in the NBA right now? So we got Bulls, we got Lakers, got the Heat. The Heat been going stupid. You know, even GSW.
Yeah, definitely Heat.
I like the Bulls, even though the 76ers just took them down the other day. 76 is going pretty hot right now too, without being playing.
They still tied those 6-1 though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Somebody else?
They 6-2. They 6-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. They scheduled tough though. I think they got Brooklyn and then Dallas, GSW. They got some.
They play Dallas on the 10th, right? I was gonna try to go to that game.
Yeah, they got like some hard hitters to go against.
I ain't gonna cap. We got to get to a couple Bulls games this year. No cap.
Definitely.
Yeah. The Grizzlies too. Got to throw them in the mix.
I like what y'all doing. I think he's gonna be an MVP candidate if he keep this pace he on.
MVP?
If he keep this pace, man. I don't know, man.
That'd be tough. It could be done, but that'd be tough.
What about the Heat though? The Heat, I was looking at their wins the other day. They got like all their wins is from double digit margins. Like all their wins are they winning by double digits.
They put that defense on.
They like top. They like the first. They I think they in the league. They first in defense, like first in offense too. Y'all think the offense gonna stand there with the Heat?
They got that secret weapon coming off the bench. He said put some respect on his name.
To my G Hero.
Yeah, G Hero.
Young Hero. But yeah, though, man, it's a pregame podcast. You know, I'm here with the trio, Big Three. You know, we got Coach Don, WonGotti, then myself, Miah, man. Welcome to the Free Game Podcast. We back here with our NBA weekly recap, man. We're just looking at, you know, certain teams in the league that's just been doing their thing. So first off, fellas, let's talk about the Bulls. Like the Bulls, they like we just talked about, they 6-2 right now. They just lost against the Sixers. But before that, they did a amazing comeback against who did they do the comeback against? Against the Celtics. Against the Celtics. They almost got a comeback win against the Sixers that we just talked about as well. And then with them going against the Celtics again, and then their big schedule, they got Brooklyn, Dallas, Golden State, the Clippers, and Lakers. Do you think the Bulls are built to last?
I think the thing with the Bulls is that they meshing real early, like they clicking, especially for a bunch of these key players being new to the team. Like I don't feel like it's no territorial, like bureaucratic stuff happening in the locker room to where like people trying to, you know, break some records or something like that. Like they got in their mind that we came here to play and everybody playing their role.
Nobody selfish or nothing like that. They kind of like,
yeah, I don't think it's no selfish ball or anything like that. Like Zach LaVine and DeRozan is getting off, but unselfish. Like no, I don't feel like they forcing anything. You know what I mean? And they got it's not like okay, let's so who gets the ball last. Like I'm sure both contenders, both players want the ball last, but I don't feel like it's a struggle about like get that joint to me. Like, oh nigga, right. Why you ain't give me the ball? That type of thing. They already amped that out. Like, we know what we capable of doing. Let's just hoop.
I know before the season started, I think that was like the biggest thing we were talking about, like who gonna be that crunch time performer, either Zach or DeRozan. Like you said, Don, like there's not really any selfishness between any of them. Like, why do y'all think? I don't like what you think is like the biggest factor why they not say. Is it really like Billy Donovan making sure they pass the ball, or is it more like these niggas just trying to get something done?
I believe definitely is something that they just kind of building with the organization as a whole. But I also feel like Fool and them had a heart to heart. You know what I mean? Like people know what DeRozan capable of doing, and we saw in the past few years what Zach has done here in Chicago with the Bulls. So the respect level is there on both parts, but it's just like whoever hot, we feeding the hot man. You know, we making the best play, and I think I believe Ball is doing a wonderful job with setting people up to offensively just get to the rack or make a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he ain't out there trying to cross the whole team and go to the rack. He gonna get that joint up, and I think that's going out throughout the entire team.
Yeah, I'm with that, man. Juan, what you think, man? You think the Bulls built to last, man, with this upcoming schedule?
Kind of want to piggyback off a little bit that Don said. If everybody keep killing their egos at the door, I feel like this team, perfect team built to last. If they active defensively and they get out on the break on teams. And if they have to play a half-court offense, they have players like Zach and like DeMar that can create their own bucket. So it's not a problem for them. So, yeah, man, right now, everybody killing the ego at the door and everybody, like, and nobody forcing them. They hooping within the flow of the game. So it's not like you really, like somebody trying to go out there and get a bucket as opposed to the bucket coming to them. Mm-hmm. So if they keep this pace they are right now, I believe, they built to last for the long run.
I feel that. Yeah, I think the biggest things with the Bulls, like Don said, is just like having Zoe, and then also got to give some credit to Billy. Yeah, Vooch too. But I think Billy as well, OKC, he had an okay run with OKC, but I feel like this is now like the best place where he can show off his coaching talent. Like he's actually leading the team. He's distributing the minutes very well. Like he's giving a chance for Ayo to just go ahead and ball. Derek Jones, Caruso, and then Zach DeRozan and Zoe and Vooch, they doing their thing. So shout out to Billy, getting them to just pass that joint and a very fast-paced team, like we said. But we also just got to just give it up to DeRozan and them too, because DeRozan, when he came in, he's like, man, I know what Zach wants coming off that Olympic gold medal. He said, I know what he wants, man. I know how that feels to be, because once you play on USA, he said, it's like you up there with some of the greats now. You up there with some of the other superstars. And that's like, I think DeRozan is a big part of like getting these, especially Zach is like, hey, Zach, come on, bro. I know how you feeling. Let's get this work. What y'all think they ceiling is? Like, do y'all think they finish top of the, I know we talked about this last week, but do y'all think they finish top of the East? And like, even when they even top of the East, do you think they like a first round, a second round exit? What you think is like the Bulls ceiling they keep meshing the way they is now?
I don't really want to put a cap on this team because the way they gel so quickly, you never know what they can be at this point, because they gel so quickly. So I mean, it can either get better from this point or it get worse from this point. But the way things moving right now, I feel like it's gonna get better. So come time playoff time, I ain't gonna lie. If defense only gonna get better, because you seeing teams every other night and stuff like that. So you got time to game plan and stuff like that. So, but if they keep their foot on people like this, I don't know, man. It's looking good for the Bulls in the shaky NBA right now with all these COVID symptoms and injuries and stuff going on with that.
Yeah, they can stay healthy, continue to gel like they gelling. I feel like they'll come out top of the East easily. And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like they're missing like one or two kind of key players right now, right? Ain't they?
No, Patrick Williams hurt.
Patrick Williams.
Patrick.
Just Patrick. Yeah, Patrick.
Kobe White.
Kobe too, yeah. Kobe
White.
I ain't seen Kobe in a minute.
Yeah, I ain't seen Kobe all season down there.
I think it's just it's just crazy how good they playing though with at least about 3 or 4 new players just coming to the team and not really knowing each other. So
Key
that's
players.
interesting though, but you said top of the East though, man, above like even the Bucks and that. You think they
no,
gonna
I won't go that far. I would say like, the 4 fast line. So
okay, still sticking with what we were talking about last week. All
yeah,
right.
like 4-5. And that's I think a lot of people are still not believing in the Bulls.
Right.
And so like they're not coming in this mindset of like, oh, we playing this a whole new Bulls team, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And like you said, the coach doing a great job over there, but the players is the ones who actually have to execute. What's happening. You know what I'm saying? So practice, just gelling with each other and knowing what each other's strengths are, and just rolling with that.
I think with me, the biggest thing is just this upcoming schedule. Because now you going against big dogs. Now ain't no Pistons, ain't no Celtics, diminished Celtics team. This is like real top competitors in the East and the West. Really in the West. And the West is a tougher conference, even though the East might seem a little bit stronger this year. But the West has still always been the stronger conference. So I think my biggest thing is how they're gonna go against GSW. Well, that defense going against an offense that's always passing the ball and people moving around, a whole motion offense. And then even how a big Lakers team going against AD, Russ, and even Melo, who's been on fire, who we gonna get to next. But I think that's gonna be the biggest test for them to see. Like now you got the big teams, now you got the hot teams. How you gonna go? How you gonna respond when you going against them? But just like we said, man, this free game. Follow us on Instagram. We on Instagram. Follow our Instagram account. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. Free game. We on TikTok. We on Spotify podcast. We on everything, man. So go ahead and follow us, man, and take a listen, man. Share us, like, share, subscribe, and all that good other stuff, man. So, but going back to it, man, let's go. Let's switch it around a little bit. Let's switch it around. Let's change pace. The Lakers. So it's like they go from winning 3 straight in a row, and now they lose again to the Thunder.
The Thunder got our number.
Man, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with the logo 3 for the dagger, man. What's up with the Lakers, bro? Like, what's going to have to – Brian injured too. He's dealing with a groin injury. What's going on with the Lakers, man? What's going on? I want to hear what's going on with the Lakers.
That's the second Thunder 19-point lead we done blew. Because we blew a 19-point lead the last game until we lost.
Yeah,
so I don't know, man. It's looking like the Thunder got our number. That's what it's looking like for real.
It's looking like the Lakers too comfortable, man.
Is that what it is?
They acting like it's that. It ain't that, man.
I don't even really want to say that, Don, because it don't look like they not giving their effort. Because the 80 had, I think, 14 and 8 in the first quarter the other day. So
because I mean, like even with your boy from off the Thunder, Alexander, shooting that 3, like LeBron just looking like, oh, he hit that? Like they feel like, I feel like they too kind of relaxed about, the games that they lose, and like they not really sweating it.
So you feel like they're just too comfortable. I mean, this remind me of though. This remind me of last year with the Nets. They kept losing to the Cavaliers, and we kept getting on the Nets like, man, the Cleveland got the Nets number and stuff. But I like losing a lead like that though. That's crazy. Like 2 times.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. That's not championship habits that you want to build, bro. It's like
that's like a coach getting fired.
right.
I think everybody needs to slow down because we know that this team, we only 7 or 8 games in, and we know that this team needs to gel, and it probably will not be gelled until then their Christmas break because you have guys that have a unique style of basketball, and they got to all be mixed together. And I don't know. I don't want to say it's looking bad, but it ain't looking too good.
It's not
you gotta bat an eye a little bit. You gotta.
I don't like losing to the worst team in the NBA.
All right. I mean, okay. So you saying Christmas is when you should start getting worried if things don't still gel.
If it's still ugly around that time,
like everybody though, all the teams, like you could
right?
Kind of, they got about 2 months worth of games in.
But that's why we give teams like the Bulls so much respect for them gelling off back and stuff like that. So
yeah, man. But besides the downfalls of the Lakers, I do want to talk about Melo. Melo, he's been on fire, bro. He been hooping. I think he's been flourishing off, finally playing with Bron. I think this tenure in being in the Lakers is just like him saying, I should have been with that Miami team. If I was with that Miami team, we would have been not 3.
What you say, the Bosh replacement?
The Bosh replacement. That's because that's what it was going to be at first. But,
yeah.
Melo signed.
Bosh did a lot. Bosh did a lot that Melo not doing, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's the thing, though. Melo finally playing defense. Melo,
this is like, he was only giving off a whole lot of
right.
Yeah, this a different Melo now.
This different Melo.
The hoodie Melo, he was still going crazy, but he wasn't playing no defense or nothing like that. I don't know. So
what y'all think is just like the things that's happening good with the Lakers? That's like, okay. We can sit on this and say they'll be okay because they got this.
I don't feel like, even though Russ ain't really playing up to par all the way, I don't feel like it's a bunch of scrutiny from the teammates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, LeBron is letting them know, hey, we're going to be all right. I think that they have the pieces, but I don't think everything's just clicking well for everybody. So like you got AD getting off, you got Melo getting off, right? But I don't really feel like they're using like
everybody else.
Everybody else like deep down on the bench that could really get off. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, they got a deep team. They got Monk.
We still got some guys returning too.
They got Monk.
Yeah,
THT
still got
out,
THT. Right?
Yeah. None. He ain't got out there yet, right? Really?
Yeah, I was
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I don't know if it's that we not using everybody. It's just like I really don't know what to say. It don't look good though. It don't look good.
It don't, because you got like 4 All-Stars starting, right? Well,
yeah.
5 almost. No, he's not starting. But you got about 4 or 5 All-Stars to start. You probably got about like 6 or 7 on the team. So like, I mean, of course they are a little older, but we all know, what they're capable of doing. Unfortunately, it just ain't happening like all together. You got like 2 players getting off, and the rest of them having like horrible days. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas like Steph, you got Steph basically playing with some rookies, really, pretty much to say, and they getting off.
Yeah, they hooping though.
Them guys shoot the ball though.
Huh?
Yeah.
Them guys shoot the ball. We got like Westbrook and stuff like that, opposed to guys like that like he want to attack the paint.
Dominant.
So it's hard for him and LeBron and the 80 to be on the court like
LeBron
that.
Been out, so it's supposed to be his time to shine.
And that's what I thought yesterday too. I was expecting a monster game from Westbrook. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I was expecting a monster.
AD could easily get the double team.
Right.
Give it to Melo or Russ. That should be buckets. You know what I'm saying?
Russ really didn't have a bad game yesterday either. I feel like he could have created more as a point guard. But offensive wise, he actually hit 2 threes yesterday. So that's major.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Even with his position, I mean, he a point guard, but I don't really see him as a point guard.
Right.
And he's not a shooting guard because he don't really shoot that well. He's more like a momentum player off the shots, like
like a point forward.
Point forward. But if he got the ball 9 times out of 10, he going to the rack.
He going to the rack with it.
He going to the rack with it. If he feeling it, I don't know. He just gotta get out of his head, I guess, man. I think then, like I said, with him being back in LA, I don't know if he's more distracted. You know what I mean?
I think the biggest thing that I'm just worried about with the Lakers is probably LeBron not playing. Like Bron not playing, this like his second, time in a row with him not playing. And even he gonna be gone for a week. It's like, all right, Bron, we ain't never seen you like.
I don't know though. I think it's some load management going on.
I was gonna say I think load management.
You could say that, but it's also like it's early in the season. You want to see that chemistry with him, Westbrook, and AD early, and then when you get in the thick of the season, you let them rest. I think early in the season you get it out the way, so then it's like, all right, as we go down, things gonna get harder and harder. Go ahead and take that rest, Bron.
I don't lie. I did an ugly season last year with the injuries, man. I was trying to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I was going to make it to the playoffs.
I said if AD
or
can
at least
stay
the Christmas,
healthy,
at least the All-Star break, at least.
If AD can stay healthy,
he went down yesterday too.
Oh, good. But if not, I don't know what to.
It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, when have we ever just seen Bron just like sit out like that? Like,
I mean, he typically don't get hurt, so like
year 19 here.
Like his kind of work ethic off the court would kind of like roll over to, his teammates, and they would, do the same stuff he's doing to prevent him getting hurt and stuff like that. Because I mean, we ain't really known for Bron to be hurt like he's been hurt in these past couple seasons.
Exactly. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and keep it moving. What y'all think about the Heat season? They won by double digits every game they won. We got Milwaukee. They won 95-137. They lost against the Pacers. That's their only loss. Then the Magic is 90-107. Nets 106-93. Charlotte 99-114. Memphis 129-103, and then
they lost to the Celtics.
Yeah, they won against Dallas 125-110, and then they just lost to the Celtics last night, 95-78. But do y'all think the Heat stay where they at right now? They're top of the East, first seed.
No, I think the Sixers got for number 1 seed. They tied with the Bulls.
Is it the Sixers?
I believe so.
Sixers got
them in the Bulls. Yeah.
They tied with the
okay.
Bulls.
Yeah. The Sixers did. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they tied with the Bulls and for the second seed. What y'all think about the Heat though? Y'all think they gonna keep climbing up?
I ain't gonna lie. This is a team I think that is gonna be consistent throughout the year because they can fall back on their defense. They don't have to, the team that have to go out there and outscore a team. They can stop you on the other end. And Jimmy this year as a leader for me is really, really stepping into a different type of a game. He averaging like 26 points a game, I think, and like 6 rebounds and 5 assists or something like that. But he really stepping into a different type of role. And Kyle Lowry being his Robin has been a good help. I seen he had his ankle rolled up yesterday about Duncan Robinson off of because he flopped too hard trying to get a charging call or something like that. So I hope that ain't hurt him for real. But they hooping right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing, like you said, like their defense. their defense is crazy. They like first in the league on defensive. I think they allowing like 98 average for teams coming in. And I think they like last time I checked, it was like their offense was like first in the league. So, but to piggy off what you said about Cal, I think that's the biggest thing for them. Like these guys got to stay healthy. Like years past, it's hard for Jimmy to stay on the court lately, man. And then Kyle Lowry, he's getting up there in age. And then that's what kind of just like deteriorate them from from playoffs last year, is that they couldn't really stay on the flow like that. So are they gonna stay healthy? That's the biggest thing. Like they got to stay healthy so they can keep up, with the defense and keep doing what they're doing. Don, what you think?
I think they'll be in good shape, and they still got Oladipo that's returning.
Yeah.
So how you think he gonna?
How's they gonna fit though?
All right, that's what I was talking about last episode, man. I don't know. I think Oladipo as a ball handler is just like that's too much for the Heat, opposed to what it was last year or in seasons past. It's like the Heat don't got enough playmakers. Now it's like you got Cal, you got Jimmy, now you got Tyler who's coming into his own as well.
You even got Bam. He's a key creates.
Right. Like Bam be playing point center sometimes. He like it's like hard. Like, are they gonna trade Oladipo? I don't know. Like and get more 3-and-D shooters. Who knows? But
I don't know because they got rid of none too.
They got rid of Dragic too.
Yeah.
Rid of a lot.
They usually don't have. They usually have. I've seen in the past few years they've been having like one of them teams that's kind of like run and gun. So people that can get up out of there. But I think that what's key with them with that defense is that they're actually scoring off the turnovers. Those offensive turnovers, they turn those into real buckets. So and they can shoot the ball well to have some pretty good team. You got Morris over there.
Yeah, you got Duncan Robinson.
You got
Tyler Hero,
Tucker, who really is in there for defense, but he'll knock down a three.
Talking about the KD stopper.
PJ. There you go.
KD stopper.
Talking about the KD stopper. KD stopper, he still got average like 40 on him, but that's either near or there. So what has changed with the Heat? Why are they like, top of the East now? Like what has like been the biggest change for the turnaround in years past?
They've been the top of the East with I think with Jimmy coming over there, really.
Yeah, okay. For real.
Jimmy coming over there, and then now Bam. So that's just like I think Jimmy is go ahead, John.
I think the latest addition of Kyle Lowry has been major because that has leadership on both ends, and especially on the defensive end. You already got Bam and Jimmy there, so it's like, so now it's just crazy. Like they the one in defense. That's all you gotta really say for real.
Yeah.
and Kyle Lowry was stupid.
Yeah. And the biggest thing about Kyle, like you said, Juan, is like he'll lead on both ends, but he gonna sacrifice his body.
Yeah.
Who gonna down there gonna try to get a charge, every play. And like he probably 9 out of 10, he gonna get it. If it's like 3 times, he gonna get a charge one of those 3 times, see? And like that's big to have your point guard, especially at his age, to be able to go down and sacrifice his body like that. Even a vet, like Cal, like pushing like what, 34, 35?
Somewhere in that range, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I also like, tugging away is like also like me personally, I think Jimmy declining. This ain't the same Jimmy G Buckets that we saw in Chicago like a few years ago. Even though he averaging like 24 and things like that, but look at last season. Last season, folks really wasn't doing, what he usually do. And, in the finals, it was also like, all right, he got that triple double. You know, he had his highlight moments. But it's like, man, this still ain't the same Jimmy G. So that's just my biggest thing is like, okay, like going back to what I said, they got to stay healthy, and also, you know, Jimmy and Cal, y'all gotta get into another mode, man. Y'all gotta keep doing what y'all doing and just make sure y'all don't get injured. Because once they get injured, I feel like it's gonna get real thin for them because besides them, you know, they got a deep team, but besides those two, when they get injured, you don't really got nobody else that can run it like the way they run it.
I think Jimmy can get off anytime he wants to. I think he
no cap.
Create this.
Think so?
Think so, because if you don't, like we seen them. Well, he was with the Wolves for a little bit, wasn't
he?
Yeah.
he? He's with the Wolves, Sixers. And you can see, like, even if you ain't giving him the ball, he's gonna go get it. So, like, if he want to get off, he can. I think he trying to create this level of confidence, like, throughout the whole team. Like, if they need him to turn to Jimmy G, I think he could turn Jimmy buckets on.
I don't know, man. I know in Chicago, he just used to. What Stacey King say, step back and kiss myself, man. We don't see that Jimmy no more, bro.
Well, I mean, but at that point in time, we looking at the Chicago Bulls who was still suffering from this Derrick Rose play. He was the only go-to person. You know what I mean? I mean, he just played with 76ers. It didn't work out because of Ben Simmons. We'll say that. Now Ben don't even want to be there, right? So Tobias there, but like, maybe we would have rather had Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Rather had Jimmy playing with Jimmy because we know he's gonna leave it on the floor. But it's like he doesn't have to go out and force stuff like a Westbrook or anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come how it's gonna come.
I feel it.
For Jimmy, I mean, he's there to. He's a veteran player now, but he's there to, like you said, to kind of run the floor and keep it calm out there. But I feel like he could turn on easily.
Yeah, I don't want to say Jimmy declining. He did have that one game in the finals there last year. I ain't gonna lie, from beginning to end, it just went down, and he got bad as time went on, and eventually in the playoffs, it really was a no show. So, but I don't want to say he's declining because this year, I ain't gonna lie, he on another level right now. He balling right now.
Yeah, he is balling. He averaging 24.
Yeah, he's showing he one of the top two-way players in the league as of right now. In the beginning of the season.
So
that's still crazy from the transition. I still only look at him as like Derrick Rose sidekick.
Right.
Yeah, no, this man.
He's a made man now.
Oh, me Jimmy buckets, nigga. Oh, Jimmy got soul.
So, okay, let's talk about Tyler a little bit, and then we can, talk about the Heat selling it there and move on. Tyler Hero, man, he's averaging like 21 off the bench. He says, man, you gotta name me with Luka, Trae Young, the rest of them guys, man. Like, I'm a hooper too, bro. Like, what y'all think about Tyler this year? Is he getting an MIP or a six man? Like, what y'all thinking, man?
I think he definitely trying to go for it. I think he
definitely gonna get one of them for sure if you keep hooping like this.
Yeah.
With none, kind of them going back and forth with who's starting or who getting the tick.
That's a good point, though.
He created something, then for him to be down talked in certain conversations, he's like, "Oh man, I want my proper due." Okay, play with it. Okay. He like, "Fool ain't made no song about me about nothing."
But I don't know. I think that's a good point, though, Don, saying that, probably the biggest reason why he's like fitting into his role now more than he was in his rookie season is because Kendrick Nunn is gone. And I think and Dragic. I think when Tyler was playing, I don't think I could be mistaken. I'm thinking like Kendrick probably was injured or something when he was playing in his rookie season. So he had
A
more
little bit. Some of it was just some like the dog, like whoever showed more of the dog at that point in time.
Right.
I think it was kind of rotating between Dragic, Nunn, and Hero.
Right.
So it was kind of like vying for or solidifying like their roles on the
Right.
team. But they played well together out on the court together. But I don't know if the coach is just trying to figure out like the different pieces he had, different weapons, how to use them.
Right. And it was like in the bubble, like this guy different. You know, he was doing all types. Like in the bubble, bro, he stepping back in ones like Tyler next up, and even with when they was trying to trade James Harden, the Heat was like, no, you can't take Tyler. We believe in Tyler. But then we seen last year. I guess we could say last year for the Heat, everybody was just kind of like, you know, it was that what the Bears season, as we say. They had that hangover season from the finals. But now it's like Tyler's like, I'm coming into my own. So I think he definitely, for me, I don't think it'd be major if he get a 6-man of the year. Because, you know, if I'm him, it's like MIP cool. You know, I feel like he talking like you got to mention me with Trey and Luka. I feel like he should think he already there and just be like, man.
Well, I mean, that's kind of difficult though, because I think the separation in that is that for the most part, those two players are different caliber players for the simple fact of they came into their game like straight off their rookie year, starting leading the team. And so with you not having a dominant kind of presence like that on your team, I think it's kind of hard for you to kind of put them in the same category with those players. Just because, I mean, you coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if it was starting, it would be different. But since you come off the bench, you really can't throw your name in the hat with those guys.
All right.
Yeah, it's a whole different responsibility. I feel that.
Now he killing, but I mean, just like when Harden was coming off the bench with OKC, I mean, he was coming off the bench, but he pretty much, after he came off the bench, he pretty much stayed in the rest of the game. But you can't compare him at that point in time to those, key players because they were starting.
That's why I kind of wanted to is like, if Tyler was to go to his own team, would he like flourish as much as you would? Because he got to worry about, he'll be the number one option. And
but he's valuable though coming off the bench because, I mean, coming off the bench is more important than really starting because a lot of times people starting off, you screw up, you in the rut. So you need that spark off the bench to kind of give you some life and give you some offense, which he's definitely doing.
That 9 times out of 10 when you playing with starters, you going against the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
You get that bench and you going against,
Yeah, you're going against the scrubs, man.
Going against,
not the scrubs,
not
but,
the scrubs, but they always gonna leave 1 or 2 key solid players on
the role guys, the role players.
Yeah, the role guys. Like kind of what they said. Why the reason why Karl Malone is ahead of, he the one of the top scorers in the league. His points per game. I think he like second or whatever, but third is because like he went against those role guys that we talked about. But my point was is just like for him to get mentioned into those names of Luka and Trey. I would wonder like how would he look having his own team if a team would just be like, okay, Tyler, kind of like what they did with James Harden. They going.
I don't know if he's not ready for his own team yet.
You don't think so?
I can't even go back to Kentucky and say he's ready for his own team because at there he had help around him. So I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He got heat, but I don't know if I can say, oh yeah, we can send Hero over here. He gonna be a drastic change and be a key factor into.
It's a player I want to have on my team though. But yeah,
definitely.
That sounds good. Though. I like that, Don. I don't have to agree with Don.
Let's go in here, man, and switch gears. Let's go to another team in the East. Let's talk about the Nets, man. They seem like they're getting a little bit in the stride.
You said the Mets?
The Nets.
The Nets. Okay.
Funny, man. Wrong sport. We talk about, the Nets, man. They look like they get in the stride. With Kyrie gone, do we think they can, do they still need Kyrie is really the question. Do you think with them making a stride and look like they're getting a little bit more chemistry under their belt, can they make the whole season, go through the whole season without Kyrie and be in a good standing?
I think Kyrie makes it a whole lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're gonna need another piece, just only because it's gonna be a lot of wear and tear on Harden or Durant, and Harden is still not playing at 100% just yet. So I feel like they're playing well without him, but things would be much easier for them if he was out on the floor.
These past couple games, James Harden been stepping back into his own. I seen the other night he shot like 16 free throws or something like that. That's like one of his staples is getting to the line. So that's major for him because he see them couple go in at the free throw line now. Like I can hit this. The rim look bigger, so I can hit this step back three or whatever. So it looked like he getting into that shape because he really didn't have a chance to play in the offseason with that hamstring injury.
Right.
Yeah, and he still got a shake being the mascot for the flopping or drawing the foul. So
yeah, with the new calls.
The whole game of play where he been getting about 20 points off the free throw line alone. So
right, a long time.
That for at least 2-3 years he been getting off. So
a lot of people talking about, let's talk about the free throws. A lot of people talking about, like we said, that's a big part of James Harden's game. About 3 or 4 years ago, he really started misusing that, that technical, let me go ahead and grab your arm, go under me and shooting. Like he's been a poster boy for that. Like we said last part, he had niggas really trying to guard him with their hands behind their back. Like that's crazy. So right now he's averaging like 18.7 rebounds and 9 assists. When will we see the Harden from last year? When will we see that ultimate point guard triple-double? Is it the end? Some people say, is it the end of the Harden era? Are we seeing him decline? Will he decline? Will he stay decline? Is the question.
No, I mean, I think y'all just mentioned, like, he still is not 100%. He's still adjusting to this new attack on his style of play. So I feel like he just got to go back to the drawing board and just going back to taking it to the rack. Or see, that's why I think with Kyrie being out there, be able to space the flow more.
Mm-hmm.
Then now you got 3 weapons offensively, right?
Overkill.
I think with them making adjustments to the James Harden rule. I mean, I've been watching a bunch of the games. Man, they whooping his ass. Like he really getting fouled and not getting the foul now. So it's like so now they're gonna be reviewing that like this was really a foul. So
it do actually seem like they kind of like targeting Harden. Like
they're like looking all like, nah, Harden don't get the whistle at all. Like
right.
So mentally, like that's hard. Like nigga, okay, y'all fouling me like on purpose now. So it's like,
but it's good though. Like I feel like the Nets even playing with that chip now because it's like KD got ejected from throwing the ball out to the stands. Harden, it's just like he's trying his best to play through it. And like you said, the guys are stepping up now. Even Steve Nash, he was like, "Hey man, like some of these are fouls. Y'all just targeting him because of what he did in the past. Like if they foul, they still foul." But it's good to see the Brooklyn Nets still try to, play with heart and like fight and just be like, nah, man, y'all just always trying to find something. But yeah, Juan, what you think, man? How long you think it's gonna take Harden to get back into form?
It's really hard to say because James Harden is a unique talent. You know, this is something you've never seen before. The way he gets his buckets and stuff like that. So I don't know. And then he comes every season in different shape. So you don't know what game shape is. We have seen skinny Harden, fat Harden, swole Harden. Yeah, so we don't know.
I'm not too sold on the Brooklyn Nets without Kyrie out there because it's like outside of those three, like who else you? I mean, Patty Mills. He's had what, like two 20-point games?
I think dude's shooting like 60% from 3 right now.
Shooting crazy right now. He's shooting a lot off that joint.
He only had two 20-point games. The rest of his games were under 14, under 10, or something like that.
Man, but you still got Blake. Blake's still playing. And even like having that post presence now with LaMarcus.
I was gonna say his presence in the middle is amazing right now.
Right. To have that person to be that post presence and switch it up some, because you know what KD don't do. You know what Harden don't do. To switch it up and have that big guy that's gonna rough it up a little bit and get some fouls and some fadeaway buckets.
He ain't had no double digit game. Blake ain't. I mean, but I feel what you're saying. His presence out there, but
yeah, I mean Blake's still a smart player too, though. He good to have.
Yeah, they just ain't starting off. They ain't looking too good starting off for me.
I feel it. I'm a pull the wand card. I'm gonna say by Christmas, they'll be in a full stride, man. I feel like they'll be getting into we'll see, like Harden gonna be back, and then KD. Honestly, he's in the runnings he's like first in the rookie, not in the rookie, but in the MVP ladder right now. So I feel like he's not even in the mid-season shape either. So I feel like it's only up. But let's go ahead and switch it around, man. Let's look at the Warriors. The Warriors. We laughed at one of our fellow hosts who said the Warriors is going to be top in the West. But with the Warriors, they are tied. I think they tied with the Jazz being first in the West, man. I got two things, Gary Payton the second, the mitten. His father was the glove. I'm calling him the mitten. The mitten. Hey, folks, he really got clamps, man. Y'all see he's clamping down Ish Smith. He pickpocket Melo. Then he dunked on Oubre. We was talking about like Steph having all this help. Like, how many guys they got stepping up, bro? Like, you got a new nigga every week. So then also we got Jordan Poole, man. He scored 30 with the Hornets, man. Don, how you feel about your Warriors, man?
Oh, we good, bro. We good to go, man. Everything clicking, man. We still, like I said, we still waiting on Clay return. The big man.
Wiseman.
We good.
Clay look good too.
In the pregame the other day, I seen him.
Yeah, he looked good.
What about y'all seen any reports on Wiseman?
No, I haven't seen anything about Wiseman. I think is he still recovering from that torn meniscus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it really something else? I don't think do a torn meniscus really take that long for it to heal?
That's a big guy.
I think
that is.
Be careful.
Yeah, that is a lot of weight.
He has been cleared to return to practice, though.
He's been cleared to return to practice? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great then.
Yeah. So, he'll be all right. We don't want to.
I'm thirsty to see Clay, though.
We got to rush him back out there, man. We good.
I'm right with you, Juan. I want to see how, man. I want to see how Clay play. Like, he been talking about he should have been top 75. He back, shooting them joint. He dropping them joint. He hooping in. He warming up and shooting around in the actual game jersey. So he really ready to go out there. He like, man, I'm still out here with y'all. I'm still gonna suit up. I'm just shooting around with the practice. Not the practice, but I'm shooting around with the game uniforms on. So he really thirsty to go out there. But is it safe to say like the Warriors are really a top threat in the East. I mean, in the West.
Definitely, they one of the threats in the West.
The top threat, though.
For them to be playing as well, I mean, Steph, what he creates out there on the floor, man, is so dangerous and scary, bro. Because like last year, I never expected Golden State to even play that well. I really low key want them to just tank the season and draft.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But they so smart of a organization, like the players that they draft, and that come to the team. It's crazy how they come and just be automatic weapons for the most part. But for them to be playing this good without, you know, two key players, and it's unselfish basketball. I love Draymond out there, man. He's so vocal with the team.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas he get that life to the team, you know what I'm saying? We know what Steph gonna do, and just people just feeding off that. So the voice and the hero, you know what I'm saying? The voice, Steph the hero, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's a dynamic duo. I love Draymond's leadership out there. Like, listen to his little rants and stuff, be mic'd up in there, like he's speaking life into his teammates. Like, that's big, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you playing on a caliber of a team with the Golden State Warriors, and you able to perform at that high of a level, and it's not like you're not under this microscope or you're not under scrutiny, to whereas it'd be like if they was playing with LeBron and playing horrible, like a bunch of different topics and, you know, little holes of drama being created, you know what I'm saying, that mentally can mess with you as a player. But I feel like the Golden State just kind of like downplays that, and they have this atmosphere where they create just like unselfish basketball and uplifting your fellow teammates. So.
Wow, what you think, man? You think they gonna stay a top threat in the West?
And they're young.
And it's also, before you start one, it's also kind of like the Warriors and the Lakers switch spots, man. They like swap spots. It's like the Lakers in the spot where we thought where the Warriors would have been at, and it's like the GSW's in the spot where we thought the Lakers was gonna be at. But go ahead, Mark, man.
I ain't gonna lie, we got Kawhi down with the Clippers. The Lakers got to get things together. The Jazz are a team that like regular season that they pretty much sound because they depth wise they can go out there every night and put somebody on the court that they can rely on. Because Donovan Mitchell didn't even play other than I think Jordan Clarkson gave him like 25 or something like that.
30,
right?
Oh, that was your boy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Clarkson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the Lakers.
Swaggy P.
He was on the baby Lakers.
That's when he ain't have a choice to be a boy. He ain't have nobody.
So now.
But yeah, they got somebody to put out there at night to rely on. But I ain't gonna lie, the way it's looking, I don't see a problem with them, you know, staying in somewhere around that top 3. Because the way things shaping out with injuries and other teams having to gel together and stuff like that. Them young cats that shoot, man. Yeah, shooters gonna shoot. That's all I'm gonna say. Shooters gonna shoot.
D, so like,
yeah, they playing good D.
They got like 7 shooters, even the big man. He knocked some down. So that's
Balenciaga. That's what I call Balenciaga. You shooting that.
That's crazy stuff.
But no, man, just to talk about, because I know we keep saying it, but it's only up for the Warriors. Like, they playing like this without some of their key pieces. I know we talked about Klay coming back. Klay come back, that's going to put that offense in a whole different dimension offensively. Like, you got Klay and Steph. That's scary. And then you got Wiseman coming back, depending on how he plays. It's only up for the Warriors, man. So, that's good for them, man. Jazz, you kind of hit on it a little bit. Juan, how do we feel about the Jazz this year? Is it kind of just like regular season demons, or are they really like D. Mitch It's like, man, let's make something happen.
With the Jazz, man, kind of like what Juan was saying, man. I'm gonna have to see some of the playoffs, bro. They be doing their 1-2 during the season, and then niggas crying in the finals, man. First round exit, second round exit. Like at least get a conference joint or something, man. You know.
Right. Who they lose against last year in the playoffs?
The Clippers.
The Clippers. What? The Jazz
that,
lost against the Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah, before that, Jamal, the Nuggets put him out, right? Before that.
Right. And it's just like, I'm with you on that. It's just like, man, like.
This is what they do. Like, the season look good, but let me see some. Kind of like with my Sox, man, unfortunately. Man. We looked so good, man. Shout out to the Braves, man. They clinched the World Series.
On that shit.
96, so.
Chucking ATL with it.
Yeah, they
turn up, Chuck.
Right now. They get into it. That's probably why he ain't on this podcast. Great, man. Get some live footage.
So, Juan, how you feel about the Jazz, man? Is it really just the same?
I mean, regular season, one day they for sure gonna be top 3 in the conference. Standings about towards the All-Star break end of the year time. But yeah, man, it pretty much already been said. You gotta see how they gotta step up in the playoffs. You can't just be a regular season wonder all the time.
True.
You gotta break through.
That's
I think
true.
I like Donovan Mitchell though, man. He one of the young players that I really like.
His game's so fun, man.
Yeah, I think he one of the stars of the future.
Like, especially just how he, last season he's got really like a really assassin with that 3-point shot he got now. Yeah. So now it's like his game is getting into like another mode. You can see it's like if you leave me open, I'm knocking that down. I might hit 3 in a row. Then if you step up, I'm blowing right past you and I'm dunking on the whole team.
And he getting better with getting people involved too.
Exactly.
Averaging 6, 5 assists or something like that.
Right. Yep. So it's just like he's getting all these things together. And it's just like, let's do that in the play. But honestly, Don is really not the biggest problem in the playoffs. Donovan, he gets it done in the playoffs, bro. It's just like his team is just always something with his team that like breaks it down. Like, I don't know, but hopefully this year they do something in the playoffs.
That's the same thing that happened with like the Nuggets. I think of them as like the same type of team.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Murray, got Joker, you got Donovan Mitchell, and you got Gobert, and it's like a big with a nice guard, but it's like you do good during the season and come for playoffs, somebody get hurt or you got an early exit. So like I got them roped off and kind of like in the same under the same kind of stance with me. Like I got to see something like make it past the second round.
Yeah, the Nuggets, yeah, they've been the same like that too. But yeah, man, that's kind of it for around the league. Let's just go on and kind of finish it up. Notable rookies, we got Scottie Barnes, Evan Mobley, Chris Durate, and then JG. Man, they've been hooping. Who besides is it any of these 4? Besides these 4, which other rookies have been like really been showing y'all like they next up?
Franz Wagner. Wang. I don't know how to say his name. the guy from the Magic. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, he's a
hooper.
Small 4, right?
Yeah, he's a hooper. If you don't know who that is, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Look up Magic small 4. That guy's a hooper. I'm telling you.
So Wagner. Okay. So he's like the small 4 for Magic. Cole Anthony been hooping over there, but I don't know. I ain't been watching much Magic games, so I gotta check football out. That's
Jalen
on me.
Suggs stepping up too. He getting comfortable.
Yeah, I know the biggest thing with Suggs is kind of like was he gonna mesh well with the Magic? Because
Yeah.
everybody was saying Toronto is like the best spot for him. And people had like they doubts about him joining the Magic, but it seemed like he getting well acclimated over there too. What about you, Don? It's been like the top rookie that's been.
I mean, that's funny because they got you got Wagner over Suggs, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's balling out a little harder than, or not a little, a whole lot harder than him. But I mean, even though they got a horrible record, I think JG been balling out.
JG.
Yeah.
JG. You try to what happened? Why you try to did you say you tried to T-Mac Cowboys the other night?
He definitely did try to T-Mac them boys.
He tried to T-Mac and we tried to 13 points in 33 seconds.
You try to get y'all out the way. That man.
Try to get over.
I don't think I've ever seen nobody make AD look like that, man. Like he had AD looking like, zipping around like, hey, hold on, bro. Sit still. And then that joint was from deep, so I like JG, Don. My biggest one is probably Scottie Barnes, man. I've been saying this since the in-person pod, bro. Scottie is the rookie of the year. And it looked like fool been playing in the league for like 3 or 5 years, bro. Like, that man is really baby Giannis. Like, not even trying to compare Giannis. He really is, like, Scottie is cold. He got the all-around game, all-around forward. I think in years to come, he really going to be that man. Like, his body he already got a big body, but I think he's going to fill out some more. He might get taller. And then if he work on his jumping, get better with his jumping, because he already done there playing point forward, it's gonna be over with for the league, bro.
Hopefully they can move on from Pascal. That'll help develop his role even better.
Yeah, Spicy P.
They been trying to do that the past couple of seasons. Yeah.
And I think he been injured. They've been hooping while he been injured too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his shots that he making ain't easy. Like he doing these joints, they being contested in traffic, so.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. Just to end off our free game podcast, give us y'all player of the week, man. Who's been killing the game so far? Who y'all think deserves, that player of the week? Who's been catching y'all eye?
Who you got now?
Let's see.
I got a couple people. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to give a shout out to Jordan Clarkson for that 30 bopper yesterday. That was nice.
JC, you choosing him as your player of the game? I mean, your
No,
player of the week?
I ain't gonna lie. I got it. So I'm cause y'all know, cause I don't feel like we talking about this guy here enough, and this is my player of the week, man. Give me Ja Morant, man. We ain't talking about him enough, man. I feel like he's somewhere up in them MVP candidate talks, man. He need to be in them. Give me Ja.
That's on us, bro, because we should have been talking about Ja too. Ja, he been going stupid.
Could be going nuts.
I like that pick. If Keith was on, he would have been talking about him, but yeah, Ja been going stupid, man.
Now you gonna shock me if you don't pick who you pick.
Who you think? Steph?
Man.
Steph
30 boy.
Steph and Jimmy Buckets.
Steph and Jimmy Buckets.
I like Jimmy B. That's not big. I was gonna go with Jimmy, so that was my third option.
Yeah, no, I think Embiid, that probably was last week, Miles Bridges. But he been hooping too, though. They've been balling.
I think I'm gonna go with Chris Paul, man.
Nice one.
Yeah, he just passed Chris Paul.
Is he
man.
leading the league in assists right now?
Yeah. He having like 10 assists, 11
He
assists.
just passed somebody up.
He just passed Steve Nash for third all-time assist leader. And it seemed like the Suns, man, they getting right back into where they left off, man. Like I said, I retract what I said last episode. I think they still gonna be good.
As bad as they was playing, they still ahead of the Lakers right now.
We're gonna get it together. Don't worry about it.
So hopefully next week.
Laugh now, cry later.
You gotta come see them boys.
Laugh now, cry later. You remember that? Hey, you remember he couldn't see that rim last year? He still hit that 3.
What do you say? What do you say?
I couldn't even see.
I saw 3 rims. Man, get told.
Respect my boy, what he said.
Yeah,
hopefully he come back.
We good though, man. We cool. We only can get better, man. We can't get no worse.
Y'all top of the season, man. That's dope. Then Lakers pick up that slack.
Lakers
man.
in Brooklyn, they gotta do better, man.
I was gonna say you worry about us
right now.
That's fine, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all they gonna be they getting up, bro. Like
we getting that too. No, we ain't getting nowhere. I'm gonna be honest.
No, before though, y'all had like a 3-win game streak though, so it's like
we've been playing. We played the Rockets twice, man.
All the games that y'all winning, the Lakers like barely winning. Like they ain't spanking. Ain't nobody getting the belt.
You finally do some winning night. Now you can do some talking.
But yeah, though, man, it's been a free game pod here with my brothers, Coach Don, WonGotti. We'll be back next week. We promise y'all we're gonna come back every week with an NFL and NBA recap each week, man. So that's from me, and that's from everybody from Free Game, man. So we'll see y'all next week, man. Follow us.
I got one more thing though. So
one more thing.
This is gonna be segue to what y'all think. Like how people gonna react to this whole controversy with your boy A-Rod and Kyrie and the whole COVID thing.
As far as vaccine shots go and stuff like that,
it's gonna be lax because this man lied. It's gonna be suspensions. What y'all?
They said the league. I mean, they said it. The Packers knew. He said the Packers knew his status that he wasn't vaccinated. So, I mean, for him to lie like that, it is wild, because you could have just said you wasn't vaccinated. But also, I feel like I need to educate educate myself more, see more what he said, because he had a whole show with Pat McAfee earlier today. So I don't know, maybe Juan feel a certain way. I don't know, but
no, I was just we gotta go in depth. I'm just throwing it out there,
Yeah.
That's nice to see. Yeah.
I mean, he did lie. I feel like they gotta give him a slap on the wrist. But as far as taking the shot, I respect people's decisions to do what they do for whatever reasons, because it's your body,
right?
So it can be your decision. But if you work in a professional job where you gotta do this to do what you gotta do, because you gotta pay bills at the end of the day. So
yeah.
I just say, man, dude, you gotta get done what you gotta get done, man.
But they were saying Tom Tebow said everybody lies. So like, tell the truth. Right. We're supposed to be this devout Christian, right? But
all right.
I mean,
see the memes coming out. He ain't using deodorant, so of course he ain't getting the vaccine.
He ain't stink, not stink.
B.O.
I don't know though, man. I think the biggest thing is just like when you're an athlete of celebrity, you got a different type of responsibility. That's why when we see Bron and they ask him like, Bron, why you ain't say nothing about this? Why you ain't say nothing about that? You got a bigger responsibility because you influence so many people. So for him to lie, I feel like it wasn't a good deal. And I respect Kai because he came out the gate. He was like, I'm not getting vaccinated because this is what I believe in. And A-Rod was kind of just like, yeah, I'm back. And then when it happened, it was like, oh, I'm not vaxxed. I mean, the team knew I wasn't vaxxed though. It was like, so it's a lot of points. I mean, hopefully in Juan's recap show they can talk about it more, and maybe depending on how y'all feeling, to see like how should A-Rod get dealt? Is it really just like, hey, NFL ain't tripping, so we shouldn't be tripping? Or is it really like he putting lives at stake? But yeah, man. So that's the free game pod, man. Like I said, here with my brothers. He's here with my brothers, WonGotti, Coach Don. Follow us on IG, like us on Facebook. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcast, and like, share, subscribe on our YouTube, man. Make sure you put the word out. Make sure you subscribe, man. Like that video. We trying to do this for a long time. Go ahead and do that, man. Free game, we out, man.